I'm here in Morgantown, and as you can see, it is already snowing here across north central West Virginia as much of the state prepares for the winter storm that'll be lasting up until Sunday. Now, when the weather is like this, it's usually not advised to be out on the roads, but sometimes you can't help it. So luckily, some of our state organizations have some tips to help keep you safe this winter. A lot of the main roads throughout the region are starting to clear up, but some of the side roads are still a little slick, so be sure to check 511 before you head out this evening if you have to. A lot of the schools in our region have already canceled classes for tomorrow as well. Now, the temperature currently in Morgantown is sitting in the middle of the teens, so it's not quite as cold as what it was yesterday. And looking forward into this week, the temperature should be improving as the week moves along. Now, if you're in need of a place to go to find shelter, here are some of the available shelters in our region that you can go to, as well as some tips to help keep you safe at home.
That is correct, Alex. We are heading into Week 10, and we have several rivalry games coming up, several games with playoff implications. Let's take a look ahead at what's coming up in Week 10. Hello and welcome back to WBOY Plus Weekly. I'm Sean Lowdermilk. It is officially time to switch gears from high school football into college football with news out of Glenville State as they welcomed their 26th head coach in program history earlier this week. In less than 48 hours, these gates behind me will be open and Milan Puskar Stadium will be rocking for the 108th edition of the Backyard Brawl. But the stadium won't be the only thing that's busy this weekend. As thousands of fans from across the country flock to Morgantown for this historic rivalry, several businesses are preparing for the influx of guests that they will see through their doors this weekend. I spoke with some of the local businesses here in Morgantown to see how big games such as this impact their business. If you've drove through Philippi recently, you may have noticed the low water levels here in the Taggart Valley River. The water is so low currently that I am able to stand pretty much right here in the middle of the river. But why is that the case? The river acts as the city's lone water source, pumping and treating almost 2 million gallons of water per day. For the last 20 years, the city of Philippi has been working on a backup water reservoir project, but has faced some challenges along the way. I caught up with officials from City Hall to learn more about that project. Established in 1976, High Point Raceway has been one of the premier motocross tracks in the United States for almost 5 decades. While the library may be reopening its doors to the public early next week, there are still some renovations taking place upstairs. Tyler Consolidated was just one of 26 schools from across the nation selected to participate in this year's parade, joining fellow high schoolers from states such as Louisiana, Arkansas, and California. While people typically think of dogs when it comes to fireworks and noise, cats like Ray Ray here are just as vulnerable when it comes to noise phobias. Residents of the Clinton community have been without clean water for the past week. Camp Mountaineer, which is currently hosting several Boy Scouts, has also been affected. No, we aren't in Oregon, but we are at Portland. Coffee, of course. I'm here in my hometown of Terrata to see what this local cafe is all about. Let's check it out. That is awesome. The white chocolate and the dark chocolate really mix together well. The beans, they are excellent. The coffee has a really nice, rich taste to it. This is something that will get you through a long day, guaranteed. Yes, sir, Alex, that is correct. I am ready for some football, and we hope you are as well. Week 8 proved to be an exciting one, and Week 9 is shaping up to be absolutely no different. Let's take a look at what's coming up ahead on the 12 Sports Zone.
3. 1, 2, 3, 3.
The Knights of Preston High are drawing their swords and charging into a new season. Led by fifth-year head coach Mark Deep and senior quarterback Slayton Manko, the Knights are looking to make a deep playoff run this fall.
What we want to do every year is take a step forward as a program. And I think we're a solid playoff team this year.
Coach Deep says Manko's dual threat capabilities, along with a stronger and healthier offensive line, are the Knights' keys to success heading into this season.
He's going to lead this team. We're going to go where he can take us, and we're excited. We're real excited for it this year because he's grown as a person each year. Can't speak more highly of him, how he came in as a freshman to where he is as a senior.
Manko, who is a 3-year starter at Preston High School, brings along with him plenty of experience under center. Manko's dual threat abilities were on full display last season, leading the Knights in rushing, totaling 684 yards with 154 carries, averaging 68.4 yards per game, while also passing for 18 touchdowns and more than 1,700 yards.
Yeah, it's be my 3rd year starting, so, I'm just trying to take that leadership role on and lead my teammates, just try to set a good example on and off the field for them.
Junior left tackle Max Huggins returns to the trenches this season following an injury that sidelined him for the entire 2024 season. Huggins says that in previous years, the offensive line may have let Manko down, but with more experience and an emphasis on toughness, he thinks this year's squad is much improved.
The linemen as a whole, we've definitely gotten stronger and faster. Other than that, I think just with maturity, we're getting better and better.
The Knights start their 2025 campaign with 3 straight away games and don't make their home debut in front of the Castle Crazies until September 19th against Robert C. Byrd. Preston High's first game will be against Hampshire on August 29th. Reporting for 12 News, I'm Sean Lowdermilk. Tyler Consolidated High School is set to march their way to Washington, D.C. to participate in the 2025 National Independence Day Parade. The band received the invitation in early 2024 and has been preparing for the parade since March of this year. Band director Matthew Jennings says this opportunity gives his class a sense of pride, not just in their school and their state, but also for their country.
It's a wonderful opportunity to march in your nation's capital on the 4th of July. They're really excited about it. I think it's one of those things that'll hit them just how big of an event it is once they get over there. And I know that it's going to cause an enormous amount of pride for their school, for West Virginia, and for the United States of America. I mean, they're going to be feeling really good when they're coming down the street on Constitution Avenue.
Tyler Consolidated was just one of 26 schools from across the nation selected to participate in this year's parade, joining fellow high schoolers from states such as Louisiana, Arkansas, and California.
50 students from Tyler Consolidated will be marching this weekend, performing an arrangement of America the Beautiful and the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Section leader Maya Fetty says that this is a unique opportunity for her and her classmates, and that it feels great to be among the bands invited.
It was so breathtaking to think that we, out of all the bands that could have been chosen for this, we were the ones to get to be chosen. And just to think that we're good enough to be chosen, it's a great thing to think about.
The parade will take place on Friday, July 4th at 11:45 a.m. and will be available to watch on demand on YouTube and on the parade's website shortly after completion. Reporting for 12 News, I'm Sean Lowdermilk.
In less than 48 hours, these gates behind me will be open and Milan Puskar Stadium will be rocking for the 108th edition of the Backyard Brawl. But the stadium won't be the only thing that's busy this weekend. As thousands of fans from across the country flock to Morgantown for this historic rivalry, several businesses are preparing for the influx of guests that they will see through their doors this weekend. I spoke with some of the local businesses here in Morgantown to see how big games such as this impact their business.
Well, in general, it's great because you just have, both teams' fan bases come out. Everybody's hungry, everybody's kind of having a few drinks and just, enjoying life. And so they want to come out and go out to eat, share the experience with people, and root on the Mountaineers. Especially teams like Penn State or Pitt that are closer and bigger schools. You do see a nice bolster of people in Morgantown, and that's really great for business. You can kind of expect to see anywhere from $5,000 up $1,000 difference, in a kind of weekend basis.
The reported official attendance for the 2023 Backyard Brawl was 61,106 spectators, but that doesn't take into consideration the hundreds of people tailgating in the Blue Lot or at the Coliseum. And with a 3:30 kickoff time this Saturday, local restaurants will benefit from both a pregame and postgame rush.
With that 3:30 kickoff, it's a beautiful time. We're going to get hit before, we're going to get hit after. So, it's awesome. It's nice to have these big teams come in like that, and hopefully, West Virginia can get the win as well.
I'll say in my experience with game days, when they win, business is good around town. So let's hopefully expect a W this weekend, and the whole town can flourish.
And with another sellout crowd coming to Morgantown, businesses can expect to be busy this weekend. Reporting for 12 News, I'm Sean Lowdermilk.